Hello and welcome back to another episode of Generation Films. My name is American Ben. People are mad about Bo-Katan's boobs, everything is awful, and I'm in my yearly self-destruct mode. But I realize that if you just smile and give thumbs up, everybody will think that things are swell. Try this at home. Deliver bad news to someone you know, but do it with a smile and a thumbs up. It will work. The stock market crashed. I have rabies. Pineapple doesn't belong on pizza. This is gonna be a rough video, guys. I'm a YouTuber, and you guys are just gonna watch this mess unfold. Anyway, before we get to today's topic, first a quick note on our video about Baby Yoda eating the frog eggs. A small number of viewers chimed in to accuse us of clickbaiting with that video, given that we used the term canceled in the title when Baby Yoda is not, in fact, canceled. I got two things to say about that. One, I think the vast majority of people knew what I meant when I said canceled. The term is now often used hyperbolically to describe a situation in which someone or something is being attacked by the cancel crowd from any side. I used it in that fashion. And number two, and I've said this before, you clicked, so I win. Oh crap, I left my glasses on. You were never supposed to know the truth. Seriously though, if you were one of the people who were misled, I do apologize. Please don't take me seriously, ever. I ate a lot of paper as a kid, and I'm pretty sure it has done lasting damage to my cognitive abilities. Anyway, on to today's latest Mandalorian controversy. So what's the deal? Well, one Anita Sarkeesian, a well-known Canadian-American feminist media critic, stirred up some controversy when she tweeted a picture of the possibly Night Owl-affiliated Mandalorian squad from Season 2, Episode 3 with the caption, quote, "Lady Mandalorians have boob armor? Oh, come on, seriously?" End quote. This invited a wave of responses in return, some expressing similar annoyance at the stylistic choice, but most critical of Anita's complaint. So I thought before we look to official sources to determine whether or not Anita has a point, let's see what Twitter has to say. Journalist Drew Holden wrote, quote, "Anita, I hope you're sitting down because I have something very important and perhaps shocking to tell you. Women have boobs." End quote. Wait, seriously? That explains so much. Another user, Larissa Faye, shot back, quote, "Boobs are squishy and easily flattened, Drew," end quote. And this was kind of the gist of the debate. One side argued that it makes sense for female Mandalorian armor to be shaped to a woman's chest, and the other argued that the nature of boobs is such that specialized armor isn't necessary. Then there was user Justin Wong, who in response to Anita's screen cap of the female Mandalorian simply tweeted, quote, "Hot." There were also some people, like user @OrchidOfBlood, who pointed out that in modern sports, females with bigger busts often use gear specialized for their chests. Quote, "As a woman with big breasts, I must show you the protections that we use in contact sports such as karate. Yeah, we need to protect our breasts somewhere, Anita," end quote. Of course, some users pointed to the source material for the female Mandalorians to explain the armor design, stating, quote, "She appeared years ago in the Clone Wars TV show with a near-identical design," end quote. I suppose the argument implied here is that the costume designers on The Mandalorian were simply paying homage to the Clone Wars cartoon series. Then again, others pointed out that in Rebels, another Star Wars cartoon series, Bo-Katan's chest armor is flat. As for live-action Star Wars, you all may remember that Captain Phasma's armor was not shaped specifically for her female figure. Finally, some users simply avoided the focus of the debate entirely to instead take issue with using the term Mandalorian to describe the female Mandalorians in the show, writing, quote, "They're called Womandalorians." Or as another user put it, "That's Mandalorian to you." Okay, so what's the truth? Is there any historical basis for the armor we see female Mandalorians wear in The Mandalorian? Well, historically speaking, we just don't have a lot to go on, because there isn't much recorded, or more importantly, depicted, of females fighting in battle. The Metropolitan Museum of Art has an article on their website entitled "Arms and Armor: Common Misconceptions and Frequently Asked Questions." Under the heading, "Women of earlier times never fought in battle or wore armor," wrong, they write, quote, "Some women are recorded as having fought in armor, although no contemporary illustration showing any of them actually wearing armor appear to have survived." Joan of Arc, probably the most famous example of a female warrior, is reputed to have had a suit of armor commissioned for her by the French King Charles VII. Yet only one small illustration of her, undoubtedly drawn during her lifetime, has come down to us, showing her with a sword and banner, but not dressed in armor, end quote. So historically speaking, we just can't speak, period. And I don't feel like firing up my time machine today because it takes way too much Ewok blood to operate. That said, in the present day, the US military, and I assume other militaries around the world, have begun to tailor armor for their female combatants' needs. An article on Popular Mechanics from earlier this year by Kyle Mizukami breaks down some of the adjustments and innovations that are being made in female body armor. Quote, "The Air Force issues lightweight armor to female airmen specifically designed for women. The Army introduced the new Generation 3 female improved outer tactical vest in the early 2010s and has developed a new lightweight helmet designed to fit hair wound into a bun, as well as extra small body armor for bomb technicians." End quote. The article continues, quote, "Until recently, the military hasn't really addressed the issue of female urination in the field. As a result, female soldiers experienced greater infections and drank less water, making field duty considerably less pleasant for women than for men. In 2016, the Army introduced the ill-named FUD, or Female Urinary Diversion Device. The FUD allows female soldiers to pee standing up without having to partially disrobe," end quote. So while armor is being specialized for females in modern militaries, I don't see anything about adjustments to the chest area to accommodate breasts. Breasts? Breastises? What's the plural? Breastis-I? Breasts. So sorry to George Clooney's Batman armor, which features breastplates, abs, and even nipples, but the main way that militaries are molding armor to better fit soldiers is by playing with the overall size and weight of combat gear. I should also note that in a popular article on Tor.com, a science fiction website, news and entertainment editor Emmett Asher Perrin makes an argument as to why boob-shaped chest armor makes no sense, writing, quote, "Let's begin by stating the simple purpose of plate armor, to deflect blows from weaponry. Assuming that you are avoiding the blow of a sword, your armor should be designed so that the blade glances off your body, away from your chest. If your armor is breast-shaped, you are in fact increasing the likelihood that a blade blow will slide inward toward the center of your chest, the very place you are trying to keep safe. But that's not all. Let's say you even fall onto your boob-conscious armor. The divot separating each breast will dig into your chest, doing you injury. It might even break your breastbone. With a strong enough blow to the chest, it could fracture your sternum entirely, destroying your heart and lungs, instantly killing you. It is literally a death trap. You are wearing armor that acts as a perpetual spear directed at some of your most vulnerable body parts. It's just not smart," end quote. Now, I don't think that Emmett is a scholar on armor, but she does source her information to an expert armorer who was interviewed about boob armor on another site, so I do think their points are worthy to include. So, what's my opinion? Well, my first impulse would be to ask if there's any reason at all that boob armor could be more comfortable for a larger-chested female. If so, if that's at all possible, then I don't really think it's so outrageous that the Mandalorian's costume designers designed the armor in the way that they did. I also would point out that sometimes different cultures and societies make purely aesthetic additions to their arms and armor, and so I think it's at least worth considering whether or not the female Mandalorian armor design would be acceptable if it were purely a stylistic choice. Though yeah, for such serious warriors, I don't imagine that form would ever go before function. I suppose many of you will add that people are once again taking the show too seriously, and I hear you on that too, but as far as Anita goes, I mean, to be honest, I don't really have any problem with her ginning up some debate. If anything, it brings more attention to this great show. As always, as long as no one is calling for its cancellation, I'm all good with the criticism as well as the retorts to it. To me, it's all about in keeping with a vibrant public discourse about our media landscape, and also, I'm a sucker for chaos. Oh, I forgot to take this off for the video. This is my face mask I wear around. This is it, yeah, colorful, like me. Anyways, that's the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, but not before liking the video. Subscribe to this channel. Hit that notification button. For now, my name is American Ben, and I'll catch you next time. Generation Films, peace.